I almost sold my BMW. Let me tell you why. Now, if many of y'all don't know, I went almost 2.5 years without this car right here. And the reason being is because I blew the motor, supposedly. Now, I had the car going for 2 years, and that means I spent a lot of money trying to get it back. So I'm gonna add up everything, and I'm gonna let y'all know how much I spent versus how much the car is worth. Well, how much I own the car and how much I spent to see if I paid off the car. Now, I don't remember all the prices off the top of my head, so if I have a picture, I'm gonna try to put a picture up of everything I bought on the screen. But first thing being first, the motor. I bought this motor right here. Well, actually, no, hold on, wait. I currently owe $11,000 and some change on this car. I'm gonna put that up. I owe $11K on this car, right? So we're gonna add everything up. Like I said, the motor. I spent, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 1.5, 1.9, 2,000, 2,100, something like that. I'm gonna put it on screen. I put like $2,000 down. Well, I paid $2,000 for the motor, which was insane. And then next up, we have on top of the motor, I paid for a brand new ECU, which is right here underneath this engine cover, and a new ECU and engine wire harness. Now, the same day that my motor supposedly locked up, my ECU supposedly got wet because it was raining that day, and I guess I fried the ECU also. That's what the import motors dealership is telling me. I don't know. In my head, that right there don't make sense, but yeah. And the reason why I had to buy a new engine wire and harness that connects also to the ECU is because when the mechanic was trying to get my car started, my starter actually ended up catching on fire. So I also had to buy a brand new starter. I don't remember how much the starter was, so I'm gonna put a price. Hopefully I'm doing all the calculations on the screen. But yeah, so I had to buy a new motor, a new engine wire and harness, and a new starter. With that starter catching on fire, it also caught my engine intake manifold on fire too, so I had to buy a new one of those. Now, inside of this car, the battery is inside of the trunk. And so when the car first started working, I had actually the mechanic told me, like, you know what I'm saying, when something go wrong with your car, they start giving you the runaround because they're not there, you know what I'm saying? So when this car first started going, like first cut off and all that, I was getting the runaround, so I was getting told that it's my battery, my alternator. So I done went and bought, personally, out of my pocket, 3 different batteries for this car. And all of them averaging, they're the Duralast batteries. All of them, I think they're around like $250 something a piece. So I done bought 3 different batteries with this car, and it's crazy because all 3 of those batteries that I bought for this car isn't even inside of this car right now. I have another battery from my mechanic, and that I bought of somebody else inside this car right now because those batteries wouldn't hold no juice, supposedly. Now, on top of those 3 batteries, the starter, the engine intake manifold, the new motor, I also had to buy a brand new alternator. Now, I don't remember exactly how much I spent on the alternator, but I know it was a pretty penny. It was like 2 something or either 3 something on top, because once again, I was getting the runaround. Everybody said it was this, everybody said it was that. But from what it sounded like at the beginning, nobody really knew what it was. And that sucks when you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, fix your car. On top of that, I'm gonna shut this hood because it's raining. Here recently, before I was even able to drive the car fully, I had to go and buy I had to buy a new coolant cap because the coolant wouldn't stay on the inside. I had to buy brand new front tires, which is 2 of those. Those were $100. I had to buy the taxes and tags for this car, and if you don't know, for one, I had to go get a whole brand new license plate, which I had no idea when you're supposedly I didn't pay the property tax on this thing for like up to like a year, so I had to go and turn my license plate in with the DMV, and I don't even remember how much that is. So yeah, and then so the ECU was by far the most expensive thing on this car. The ECU and the engine wire harness, them 2 by itself, and everything I had to pay for it to get done that day was at least $5,000, which is insane because I never thought that my car had an ECU issue while I was driving it like that day, until they got my car and they told me that's how much it was. I low-key think that shop got more money out of me just because I was young and I didn't know what I was. Excuse me, I didn't know what I was talking about, which I think they ran game on me, but I can't complain now because over with, but I'll never take my car back there again. I'm gonna also add this to the list, but I'm not gonna add it to the total because I needed to get it in order for me to drive this car. I also had to get a new insurance company. Long story. On top of me getting a new insurance company, I paid them like $250 a month, bro, and that's way more than what it was for my old insurance company. My old insurance company, I think it was with Progressive or something like that. I was paying like $150 something. Now I'm paying $250. But my first payment was like $4 something, bro. So I'm including that into the total on how much to get this car back. On top of the 2 brand new tires, I needed to get this car back on the road. And hold on, cause it's raining. We about to get inside of the car. Like I was saying, so let me rerun everything. We have the brand new motor, the brand new starter, brand new engine intake manifold, brand new alternator. I went through 2 alternators. I forgot to tell you that because I had it. I wish I had it inside my box, but I don't. I went through 2 alternators. Apparently, they thought something was wrong with the first one, y'all. This car been through a lot. So 2 alternators. Wait, engine intake manifold, alternators, 3 batteries. Had to go buy a new water pump because they thought something was wrong with my current one, which it wasn't. Well, so I had to buy a new water pump, the ECU, engine wire and harness, if I haven't said that already. And trying to think what else. Oh, I had to get, and then obviously I'm including this because I needed this stuff to get back on the road. I needed 2 brand new front tires, the taxes and tags. I'm gonna take a picture to show you how much that was. Get a brand new license plate, and I'm gonna say that's about it. But y'all, one of the reasons why it took so long to get this car back is because either A, they really like, bro, I'm telling you, my car spent like 8 months at that. Well, it probably, all the time it's been at that shop, it's probably spent like a year at the import motor dealership. And I don't even know why all the way. Because if we being told, they really messed up my car. And let me show y'all why. Alright, on this speaker, you can't really tell yet. But around the edges, they took my whole speaker out of my trunk. And now around this speaker is a bunch of scratches and stuff like that I know I didn't put right here. Now, I'm only complaining about that is because I'm not understanding why you inside of my trunk of my car if you're supposed to be dealing with the motor and the ECU and all that. And they even went as far as telling me that the reason why I couldn't come pick my car up early was because, to get it towed, was because they still had the axles pulled out of my car. That was BS. They didn't have the axles out of my car because I actually rolled by that dealership one night and my car was sitting in the back of the fence where all the other cars sit overnight, so they lied to me. So I'm thinking that they took that speaker out of my car and put it in somebody's car. And then also, look at what they did to one of my tires. Let's see if I can find it. Look right here. You see this? They did that, and they see that right there? They did that also, and when I tried to tell them, when I called them back and tried to tell them, they acted as if they didn't know what I was talking about. And here's the final kicker right here. You see that? Bro, that's a whole, they bit my whole fender on my side. And when I also addressed that to them, they was like, oh no, we didn't do that. That was the person whoever told your car this, that, and the third. That's why you gotta watch who you take your car to. I didn't know no better because I didn't know nobody else at the time. But I totally forgot. In order for me to get the motor put in, it also costed me $500. And that battery I got inside of the car currently cost me $70. So yeah, I'm gonna put the total somewhere on the screen, how much I own the car and how much I spent. Y'all let me know, did I end up paying the car off or not? And if you was inside of my shoes, would you have bought a new car or would you have built this car? And we could go into a long story about why I didn't buy a new car. We'll talk about that later in a different vlog. I hope you enjoyed this short little vlog. I wanted to get this one out of the way because a lot of people have asked me how much I spent to get this car back. And I wanted to be as fully transparent as possible. It's cold outside and it's raining. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you watch this video all the way through because I need them watch hours. And yeah, we going up this summer. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna catch y'all Thursday, man. I'm out.
Chris, and we finna be harder than this. I just blew your whole car on my wrist. Ain't that because I took me a risk? Yeah, ain't no counterfeit. I just been like 10 bad for this fit.